I don't know what's going on with my voice. It's like I'm in puberty or something. Welcome to the channel. We're just a couple of empty nesters from Tennessee. Well, hey guys. I didn't know you all were hanging out in here. Let's go to sleep. Are you sleepy? You're so cute. A little bit. You a funny girl, Miss Maddie. You a funny girl. Are you ready to get up or no? You still sleepy? You see Dexter? I'll come back and get you. I'll go get coffee and I'll come back. It's Monday, August 28th. And I'm on my way this morning to get 3 MRIs. Brain, neck, spine, and cervix. I had given a list of symptoms that I'd been having lately to my doctor. We had talked about me having an MRI about 10 years ago, but I was kind of able to control with rest and diet some of the symptoms, which they were pretty mild, and they were just oddball things, some which didn't happen very often. So we put off the MRI. It was one of those things that you're just not sure of. I'm still not sure that we're sure that I need the MRI. But there's been more things going on more often. We're doing the MRI today. I'm not really claustrophobic, but there was that one time in the Arch in St. Louis. It's when I thought we were going to be in that little tube for 45 minutes. And I'm like, well, how long is the MRI? And they're like, about 45 minutes. So flags went off. So pre-decided that I'm just going to do some visual imagery, beach, eating a hamburger, seeing my grandson. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna think about the fact that I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A when I get through. So hopefully everything will be okay. I'm taking you with me. I won't be able to video during the thing. Probably won't even get to video the room. I don't think they would like that. Oh, some YouTuber. Here we go. Kind of running late. Need to get going. Okay, well, I'm here at Summit Medical Center here in Hermitage, and wow, lots of parking spaces when you come early. I didn't put any makeup on. I was thinking, you know, this is like a magnetic imaging thing, so doesn't some eyeshadows have metals in it? I don't even know, but I can just see my eyeballs sticking to the roof of the MRI machine, you know. No makeup, no jewelry, and I did put makeup in my bag, so when I get to work I'll take 5 minutes to make myself a little more presentable. Hair was very basic this morning, just kind of shook it dry, blow dried it a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go in. $889 with insurance is my copay. I'm not happy about that. It's so weird. There's like nobody in imaging, but you have to call. I'm in the 3rd waiting room, the 3rd lobby. I'm in the bowels of the hospital somewhere. Y'all, is that just me, or is that chair covered in viruses? Okay, guys. I figured we'd just go ahead and talk about this right now, because by the time I get home, it won't be as fresh in my mind. My goal here is to comfort you if you have to take an MRI. So I'm going to be a little honest. I let people's comments, because they're asking, you're not claustrophobic, are you? And people are just trying to help. But what it did was kind of make me feel like, oh, there's something to be afraid about. There's really not. The MRI is non-invasive. It's just, I think people were wanting to prepare me for it so that I'm not surprised. That's exactly what they were trying to do. I'm going to be putting my makeup on because I need to save some time. And so what is this, like 2 weeks in a row you've watched me put makeup on? This is really not supposed to be a makeup video. It's about MRIs, but we might as well make it entertaining. So I really had a longer set, which was like, I think she said 20 or 23 minutes. And I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can go in there and do this for 23 minutes in this tube thing. Well, the tube thing was, it was like 3/4 of a tube, you know? So it was only like 3/4 of my body going in. And it's not really close. It's, you know, it's away from your body. So, I mean, but your brain wants to go, oh no. So just know that your brain may go, oh no, but I just kept telling myself, you can do this. So my goal was just to pretend I was going to bed, you know, because we all go to bed, we all go to sleep, we all lay on our backs. Sometimes I usually like to lay on my side, and I knew I couldn't move. I think we just don't like that. We don't like being told that we can't move, but you know, it was no big deal. She gave me a sheet, and it was cool in the room, and the sheet was, it just made it perfect. There was like one small moment as she was putting me in there, and I opened my eyes and I thought, I can't do this. And I immediately took a deep breath and said, you can do this. All you got to do is lay here for 15 minutes. You know, it's our mind. It is totally our mind, y'all. I kept thinking, but I can't do what I would normally do if I go into a panic attack, which is turn the AC on, you know, but I could take deep breaths. So that helped. And just knowing they have this little bulb that you hold in your hand, and if you need to come out for any reason, you can just hit the little bulb and they will immediately bring you out within a second. And I know that. And I told myself, okay, if you need to hit the ball, you can. And then I'm like, no, because then we'll have to start it all over. I could do it again. I realized toward the end of it, because we had to do like 3 sessions of it. After the first session, I thought, I can't do this again. And then I thought, yes, you can. So just be prepared to argue with yourself. Some people may not have any trouble with it. I'm not really that claustrophobic, but I can be. I did it. I'm proud of myself for doing it. I just kept saying, you can do this. And I already had prepared in my mind what I was going to think about. I actually thought about this video and I laughed at myself. I'm like, I was trying to decide, okay, after this is over, am I going to talk about it in my car, or am I going to wait till I get home today? Because I have a lot to do today at work. But I got to put on my makeup anyway, so I decided and I was laughing at myself because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm totally normal. Well, after the first set, which I think was 23 minutes, they had to put a vein in my arm. She tried the left arm. I don't have any blood in my left arm, so they did the right. She did the right. So that one worked, but she told me, she said, okay, now we're going to do your brain, and you're not going to go in there quite as far. And that made me feel better. I could see the light in the room, you know, at the bottom, and I'm like, oh, you know, everything is just right there. I'm good. This is all good. So that one didn't take as long. The brain didn't take as long as the neck, spine, and cervix one, which I guess was combined into one. So the brain one was without contrast and with contrast. So they had to put, the IV in, and then I had to do it without contrast first, which was about 10 minutes. And then I had to lay real still, and she put the contrast into the IV and then put me back in there. But she told me when we do that, it'll only be 10 minutes. A little bit of Rouge going here. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A because that's my reward. But I just wanted to capture my afterthoughts. So let's talk about the MRI itself. It has every sound known to man. Not really, but let's just talk about it. Okay, the hammering like a construction zone. I felt like I was in New York. I also felt like a ship was taking off from dock with ship horns. There was knocking, like somebody knocking at the door. There was almost kind of like a siren kind of thing, or almost like a bomb's gonna go off, like woo, woo, woo. I can see, I guess, where some people might be scared about that, but I'm thinking people don't need to be scared. They just need to be amused. Nothing's gonna happen. You're just laying there. All this stuff is going on around you. You just have to tell your head, this is fine. I can do this. There's plenty of oxygen. If you have to get the contrast in your veins, she said you may taste a little bit or smell it. I smelled for like a split second. It made no difference. I couldn't tell it was there. So, I mean, there's just nothing to be afraid about. Just lay there and rest. Think about fun things. Just don't be afraid. But it is good to know that it's loud. She gave me earplugs. So it was fine. I'm glad it's over. And by the end of it, I thought, if I had to, I could probably just lay here all day and rest. Because I do this for 8 hours in the night. I just wouldn't be able to roll over. It went by pretty fast. So the first few minutes, you're just unsure. And just know that you're going to be that way. And have some pleasant things already to think about. And one of the things that I did was the sheet that she gave me. I got a little bit of the sheet and held it in my hands and just pretended that somebody was holding my hand. I actually pretended it was Jesus. I prayed. My daddy did not like his MRI, and Jesus told me, your daddy is up here with me right now. And he said to tell you not to be scared and that he wishes he had never told you about his experience with the MRI, because daddy didn't know. He thought they were putting him in a spaceship. He didn't know what was going on. And it did have some spaceship kind of noises. So the whole thing, it was just amusing. Just have some preset images. I thought about my grandson and my daughter. They're coming this weekend. I thought about work. Maybe you shouldn't think about work, but I did. I'm like, I got to get to work and get my timesheets done. And before you know it, it's all over. So if you're going to have an MRI, don't be scared. Just know to be amused and to pray, and just know it's not invasive. I mean, you're totally just, all the stuff is going on around you, and we just have a problem in our minds with being enclosed in spaces. And honestly, it's no big of a deal, because if you did need to get out, you just hit the bulb. But the more times you do that, though, the longer it's going to take your test. And just don't even let your mind go there. Just keep telling yourself, I can do this. It's all going to be fine. So now we have to wait for the results, and they come in a few days. But I just wanted to kind of go through my feelings and what happened. And I appreciate you letting me put my makeup on. I know that's kind of silly, but I am in a hurry, because what time I spend right here, I'm going to be having to spend staying over later at work today. But I'm going to go get Chick-fil-A now, because that's my reward. Good morning. It's Saturday, September 2nd. Lots going on this weekend. It is time to decorate for fall, so I'm going to be doing that today. Got Maddie Girl here. Come on, Miss Maddie Girl. She always likes to join me for these. I'm drinking my greens here. I'm trying to drink more of that. So basically this morning, we've just been working around the house, just a little bit lazy. We were drinking coffee, promoted the vlog that you hopefully have seen by now, and just trying to compare our schedules because we have a really busy September, October, November, December. The calendar's booking up, and so George and I had to kind of come together with our calendar. It was pretty hilarious. Just so we can make sure that we're both on the same page. And Maddie girl, you love your mama. Your mama loves you. Your mama loves you. We have family in town. It's my daughter and her husband and my grandson. And we got to go out with them last night to Smiley Thai. And that was a lot of fun. Mom actually had a eye injection. She has those every 4 to 5 weeks, which has now been moved to about every 7 weeks. So we came over to our house, and Dexter just loves Mom. Love your Nana, don't you?
I love my Nana.
Dexter.
And my Nana loves me, and I know it.
Smile for the video. Maddie's left out. Who's left out now?
You run her off when she come up here.
Dexter's got his Nana, and he is not leaving. She's trying to take a nap. You gonna sleep with Nana? You love your Nana. All right. So he jumps in her lap, and she has to brace for it. And sometimes she doesn't know it's coming. He just decides, there's my Nana, and I want to sit in her lap. Are you my girl? Yeah, you're my girl. She is my girl. Earlier in the video, I was talking about the MRI. It's been a long week waiting for that. The longer I waited, the more concerned I really got. They were just slow. They were very slow. The hospital was very slow in doing their reporting. I think most of the universe is experiencing very slow everything right now. I don't even want to get started, but think about it. Think about your day yesterday and all the places you went and all the things that you did and just how substandard it was compared to how it used to be. I don't even want to go there. Let's just not even go there. It gets me all rattled because I have a high quality expectation for how I want things done, for how I like to do things, and I hold others to that standard as well. And I'm a stickler for it, and I'll hold you accountable. Trust me. Everybody holds me accountable. I'm back at you, bud. So anyway, let's not go there. All right, so I heard from the MRI. That's where I was originally going with this. I heard from the MRI, and there is no autoimmune diseases, and there's no cancer, and there's no like spinal issues going on. So that is good. There is degeneration, I think, of muscles and tissues that were present, but the doctor didn't feel that it was significant. He felt that it was more related to aging than anything else. So I guess that would explain some of the TMJ and swallowing issues. So now my inflammatory markers in my blood were higher. They were elevated. So there is still inflammation in my body that we don't really know where it's coming from. It can be an infection, it can be inflammation, or it could be cancer. So we've eliminated cancer because the blood work, the other blood work was fine, and there's no indications in the MRIs of cancer. And there were no lesions or anything to suggest MS. And that had been a concern of mine, that, you know, it would be some kind of autoimmune thing. I do know that I still have inflammation in my body. I still have pain. I still have the issues. We just have to kind of figure out what they are. And I'm hoping that they can be controlled by diet and exercise. I'm really bad about exercise. I'm going to be better about diet, and better about sleep. So hopefully that will help. So I don't know. That's all we know. But at least there's nothing devastating going on. So my muscles are just they feel very weak. But the doctor says that they're strong. I do know my body, and I know that they're not as strong as they should be. So I'm going to have to work on that. There is, like I mentioned, there are a lot of interesting things coming up. So we'll be, you know, on the road in and around Nashville and in Tennessee, and who knows what else we're going to be up to. But the calendar's getting full. We're going to be taking you shopping with us some, and just going lots of places and doing lots of things. So be sure to subscribe and not miss any of that. The videos will be a little bit different upcoming, and we'll just see what happens. Be less home stuff and more out on the town stuff. All right, over and out. Gonna get started on the rest of this day. And trust me, I am so overly happy that those tests came back, because I was really starting to be concerned. So I just feel such relief. I just can't tell you how relieved I feel. We can go on with life now. Maddie, what are you doing on this fine Saturday? Are you getting you some rest? You're wishing Mama would sit down. I know. I gotta go decorate for fall. I gotta go decorate. You wanna help me? You just gonna stay back here and get some rest? Okay. Mama loves you. Who loves you? I do. Let's go find Dexter. What are you doing, boy? What are you doing? You got Daddy's sock and your toys. What you doing? You waiting for Mama to work in the office? I can't do it. I gotta go decorate. You wanna help me decorate? I made some iced tea. Got your horn? All right. Mama gotta go decorate. Come help me. Good boy. All right, it is 1:30 on Saturday afternoon, September 2nd. I have all of my fall stuff out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I decorate. All the things that I'm using are just very simple, very inexpensive. And I don't do a lot of grand decorating. I'm just changing a few things out. We're going from the summer look to the fall look. First of all, I do have a lot of scarecrows that I'm gonna use in different sizes. One of the favorite things that I like to do is have these little scarecrows on a stick, because you can do so much more with them. You can stick them places and they'll stay. I really love these things. So sometimes I'll take a picture down and swap a few things about. I also have a little scarecrow that says welcome, and I like to have things that say welcome and put those in the front foyer here. And I have a bigger one, and he actually hangs, so I think I usually put him hanging on a wall somewhere. I just love fall. It is my favorite time of year, and it goes by so fast. I mean, I'm putting all this out today, and before you know it, we'll be taking it down and putting up Christmas. So of course I have a fall towel or two that we leave hanging out. It's just for decoration. I don't really use it. And I also have one for Halloween that I'll put out when it gets closer to Halloween. I really have enjoyed using signs. So here's another welcome to our home. I'll probably put that in the front foyer or the den somewhere. This one is kind of more toward Thanksgiving, but I'll still go ahead and put it out. We are thankful for our blessings. We should really be thankful for our blessings every day. My apron. See, Katie bought this, and we cooked in Texas on the ranch, and I think that's been one of my favorite Thanksgivings ever, is out on the ranch with her and Cody and River. And we do it about every other year. And this is our year not to do it because I share the time off with people at work. It seems to be only fair. I love cooking with it at Thanksgiving on the ranch, but I'll keep it hanging in the pantry this year just so I can see it. I'll probably take a bottle of wine. We'll close this up and set that about. It'll be really pretty. We have a lot of bookshelves and shelves and mantles, so I like to use these pillows and just kind of create a fall effect with those. So I'm going to decorate all this today, and then I'm going to come back and show you all the pictures of it. Okay, I also have little pumpkins, metallic ones. I'll probably put that on the fireplace now. Here's a silver one that goes with it. But anyway, he's really cute, and I love setting him either on a bookshelf or a mantle. He's one of my favorite pieces. You can set things about like these little pumpkins on the bookshelves. I have a baggie of just loose leaves, and I usually scatter these around sometimes on the fireplace or just wherever that I need to create a little sprinkle of fall. So I have several vases, and recently I have started buying artificial flowers for just about every season to stick in them and place in different parts of the house. So I bought these probably at Pop Shelf or Hobby Lobby when they had a sale. So I'll be sticking these various places. You can also, like on a mantle, you can lay them sideways and put the stems behind something else, and it makes a nice little decoration that way. And you put another one on this side. See? It's kind of nice also to find some of these little things. I don't know what they're called, just decorations. And you can also stick these sideways by your picture frames and just kind of make a look out of that. Just adding texture in different places with the fall colors. So I think I bought these about 3 years ago, and they've been a favorite. So they're just so different. Don't forget your candles. I love candles in the fall. I don't have all of my candles out here, but I do stick them in different places. Also, you can buy these little, I don't know if you call them votives, but you can put little candles in there. I like using these things. This one probably is old because it's not flickering, but when you have one that's flickering and you put it in here, you just can't really tell that it's not a real candle. I also found these either at Target or the dollar store, or it might have been Top Shelf. I don't know what's going on with my voice. It's like I'm in puberty or something. Gather, and then I have thankful, grateful, and blessed. These are little things you can sit on your bookshelf or mantle or in the kitchen. I knew I would put it somewhere. I'll find a place. I go ahead and keep all the Thanksgiving stuff with the fall stuff, obviously. So look, isn't he cute? This one's fairly old. This one, it used to be that you could press his leg right here and he would gobble, but he doesn't gobble anymore. I love this turkey. Isn't he cute? He kind of wobbles. See? So I will wait, and I'll keep him in the laundry room until it's closer to Thanksgiving, and then we'll put him out. I also have some pencil people. I don't know where the dad is. The dad is missing. But here is the Pilgrim pencil people. He's stuck down in there somewhere. He's probably gone hunting. I also dust as I'm doing this because I take off all of the other knickknacks that are sitting about, and it's just a good time to dust and then set all of this out. I love being creative, so I'm gonna take up all the summer stuff and all the greenery and just kind of make it brown and orange. It never looks like I have enough stuff, but I think we do. There may be another box somewhere. Let's get busy. I'm gonna put all this out and then I'll show you what I did. And you can't forget the iced tea when you're decorating for fall on September 2nd and it's almost 90 degrees outside. Here in the South, that's the way we do it. Then we switch to beer or wine at 5 o'clock or 4 CST because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Good morning. It is Sunday, September 3rd, and Maddie and I just wanted to let you know that we're going to leave you with the fall decor for the rest of this video. I'm going to immediately start the next week's vlog. It's becoming very long, so I'm going to stop it here and start the next one for the rest of this Labor Day weekend. Family's in town. We're going to spend some time with them tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have some footage of what we do, but the most important thing tomorrow is spending time with family. Maddie says go ahead and subscribe if you've not done that already. It really helps the channel. You can also give us a thumbs up or a comment. Before we go into the fall footage, I do want to remind you that this has been very minimal fall coverage. There's probably a lot of other channels that go all out with more expensive decor. I prefer to keep things low key, low cost, and I don't ever put any of the fall footage back in our bedrooms because we have like blues and grays and just kind of relaxing colors back there, and I don't want to put browns and oranges and yellows in those rooms. It just would make me crazy. Crazier, I heard that. So I keep that all in the living areas where we have neutrals anyway, you know, lots of beiges, and it blends in. I can't tell you what Christmas does to me. I don't really like the color red. That's another story in itself. It's just very minimal, and that's the way that I like it. But I hope that you know, maybe got some ideas from it, because I open our home to you on the weekends, and that's what we got going on this weekend. I'm glad I got it done. It's out, ready to go. I think it looks pretty good. I do think that I could stand to buy a few more pieces. A good reason to go to Pop Shelf and just keep my eye out for cute little fall things that I could set about. So, but I'm looking at discounts. We do discounts here, don't we, Maddie? Except for MRIs. MRIs are not discounted. They say they are, but they're not. And I guess the fact that I had 3 of them is what really made it more expensive. We will see you on the next vlog.